Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts of Savant Syndrome. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Please note that subscription of my channel is free of cost. Now, Savant Syndrome. Savant Syndrome is a remarkable condition in which people with autism, mental handicaps or major mental illness have exceptional abilities in a specific area in contrast to their overall disability. Savant means wise human in French. At first, the term idiot savant was used by Don in 1887 to describe intellectually impaired individuals with contrasting outstanding abilities. More recently, the term mono savant and Savant syndrome have come into general usage. Savant syndrome is a rare condition. 1 in 1000 in an institutionalized population with a diagnosis of mental retardation. But 1 in 10 autistic people show some savant skills. About 50% of people with Savant syndrome have autistic disorders, and the other 50% have other forms of developmental disability, mental retardation, or other CNS injury or disease. Males outnumbers females in an approximate ratio of 6 to 1. It is a congenital or acquired. Savant syndrome can be congenital from birth, or it can be acquired following brain injury or disease later in life. There are two types of Savant syndrome. Talented savants. The most common type, the individual displays a high level of ability that is in contrast to their disability and overall functioning. These abilities are called as splinter skills. Prodigious savants. The rarest type, the ability of brilliance is not only spectacular in contrast to the disability, but would be spectacular even for a non-disabled person. Savant skills. The abilities are usually in art, music, calendar calculation, mathematics, or special skills. Memorization. Superior memory is a common feature of Savant syndrome. Lightning calculation, instantaneous calculation of multiplications, square roots, etc. Calendar calculation. The ability to identify the day of the week upon which a particular date falls. Musical ability. Great skills in playing instruments or singing. The piano is the most popular instrument. Example, the ability to play the piano without being taught. Artistic ability. Exceptional painting, sculpture, and especially drawing skills. Language ability. Fairly rare. The person may be unusually gifted in language. Mechanical or special skills. The capacity to measure distances precisely without benefit of instruments, the mastery of map making and direction finding. The skills tend to the right hemisphere oriented. These skills can be characterized as a non-symbolic artistic, concrete and directly perceived in contrast to left hemisphere skills and are most sequential, logical and symbolic. Generally, a single special skill exists, but in some instances, several skills exist simultaneously. Whatever the particular savant skills, it is always linked to massive memory. Savant skills characteristically continue rather than disappear, and with continued use, the special abilities either persist at the same level or actually increase. Theories of Savant syndrome. No single theory has emerged that can explain all savants. Biological developmental theory, genetic, neurochemical, left hemisphere dysfunction, frontal and temporal lobe damage, cognitive, deficits in executive functions and abstract thinking may cause highly developed procedural memory and photographic imagery. Deficit in theory of mind, modularity of mind. When executive cognitive functions are disrupted, the mind exhibits a striking modular organization. How do they do it? Encouragingly plausible explanation for savant abilities in many cases a left brain injury with right brain compensation. Whether gene is responsible? It is possible that a gene or genes in the chromosomes 15q 11 to 13 region may be responsible for the savant skills. Lurmi and colleagues in 2003 identified among 94 families, 21 families as savant skill positive and 73 families and savant skill negative. Kim Pick, the real man, a prodigy of savants. The inspirations for the characters played by Dustin Hoffman in the movie. Born with severe brain damage, his childhood doctors told Kim's father to put him in an institution and forget about the boy. Kim's father disregarded the doctor's advice. Kim is severely disabled, has difficulty walking and cannot even button his shirts. His IQ tests are well below average. His deficits result from corpus callosum disorders. His nickname was Kim Pewter. What Kim can do is astounding. He has read 12,000 books and remember everything about them. He reads 2 pages at once. His left eye reads the left page and his right eye reads the right page. It takes him about 3 seconds to read through 2 pages and he can remember everything. Kim can recall facts and trivia from 15 subjects, areas from history to geography to sports. He also remembers every music he has ever heard. Tells him a date and Kim can tell you what day of the week it is. In my next video, I will reveal some true facts of other more interesting topics. Thanks.